Good morning, students. In the previous class, we discussed about some of the important aspects that are to be considered in the product architecture by the product development engineers. Those are, the first one is the delayed differentiation, that also we call it as product postponement. The product postponement is an important factor nowadays. The competing supply chain practice, and this is going to be adopted by the leaders in the world class manufacturing. And the next concept we discussed about platform planning. Okay, so the platform planning is nothing but to what extent we can keep the product line commonly. After that, we need to have a difference depending upon the categories or the type of the product to be manufactured. That is known as the platform planning. So in studying the platform planning, I told you that two important plans have to be developed. One is known as the differentiation plan with respect to the varieties of the product manufactured, and commonality plan. Okay, the differential plan and commonality plan. These are the two tables or the plans how to be prepared with respect to the different category of the product to be manufactured by the organization. And also we need to talk about how the trade-off is going to be exist between differentiation and commonality. Okay, to what extent we can have a differentiation and to what extent we have a commonality in the varieties of product manufactured. This whole consideration has to be taken by a product design engineer, that is nothing but while going for product architecture. Okay, and also we discussed some of the issues related to the system level design. System level design, that is nothing but, so there are primary chunks or primary building blocks have to be decided in the beginning of the product development, concept development, whereas there are secondary systems or secondary functions or the building blocks or the chunks, so they are going to be add on to the existing product. So that to be decided in the later stages of the product architecture. Okay, but it is important to consider what are the secondary systems that are going to be added to the existing product. Okay, that also we discussed. Then today the important topic of the fourth unit is industrial design. Okay, the fourth unit, the second chapter, that is called as industrial design. Okay, we call in short it is as ID, industrial design, ID. Okay, given some of the examples before I start the this chapter. So in 2003, the Motorola has launched a product development effort. That is the remark. In 2003, Motorola has launched a mobile that's called as PLIF style mobile phones to the market with a lot of product development effort. Okay, and exciting a new mobile they have launched into the market. And StarTAC and V series platforms had each seen several generations of the product released since 1990s. Okay, so in competition with the Motorola PLIF style mobiles, a Razer company designed a mobile, okay, in the vision of thin to win. Thin to win. They developed a thinner mobile compared to the any mobile in the market. Any mobile telephones in the market. and striking in its iconic new form. Okay, they developed highly very thin mobile phone. Such phones were not available in the motor, that not available in the market, even in Motorola mobiles. So with this, the design requires a new architecture entirely distinct from the existing product platforms of the Razer mobile phones. Upon the introduction, this ultra thin mobile into the market in 2004, the customer judged the ultra thin Razer design, okay, a very successful product, mobile product in the market. Okay, so like this, and also the sales to the early adopters came quickly after successful market introduction. Okay, along with this ultra thin mobile which has been developed by Razer in competition with the competitors. The leading competitors were Motorola, and they used Hollywood celebrities along with the phones for the market. So the surprising Motorola's expectation, the Razer sales reached millions of units within 1 year of the launch. This success can be attributed to the industrial design architects of the Razer company. Okay, so these are some of the examples where the industrial designers played a very important role in developing a products for the market to gain a huge profit for their products in the market. So there are certain factors are to be considered, and these factors are attributed to these factors are attributed for the success of their success sales in the success of their product in the market. What are those? Okay, note down the small size and weight. Okay, so the people, the customers in the market, they wanted to have a smaller size. Okay, and the weight should be very lightweight mobiles. Many times we also feel some huge mobile, if we keep it, okay, we feel that it is very high weight. Okay, we don't like usually. So like this, small size and low weight. And performance features, surprisingly added features which are not available in the other phones. So Razer developed an integrated VGA camera for the slim mobile, and superior ergonomics. Okay, the sleek design of the mobile, ergonomic design, the people have appreciated. The durability, the life of the product, and materials. The Razer has used several advanced materials for the development of that product. And appearance, that is nothing but the aesthetic look, the sleek design, metallic finishes give the Razer futuristic look for their product and for their innovation. So these are the factors which attributes to the success of the product in the market. Okay, and these factors are related to the Razer, okay, as well as the other manufacturers who wants to adopt an industrial design for the success of their product in the market. Then Razer development team included electrical, mechanical, materials, softwares, manufacturing engineers, all together jointly as a team. Their contributions were instrumental in developing the technology and manufacturing process that allowed the product to achieve its form factor. So don't think that only the product design engineers worked on this industrial design for the razor product. No, they involved materials experts, they involved mechanical engineers, they involved electrical engineers, they involved computer science engineers, software engineers, manufacturing engineers, all together. They developed an ultra slim razor mobile, ultra thin, lightweight mobile for the market. Then, without the contribution of the industrial design, who defines the size, shape, and human factors, the razor would never have taken its innovative ultra thin form. Okay, and in this team, the industrial designers played a very important and crucial role in bringing the shape, aesthetic, ergonomic, ultra thin look for the mobile. Okay, so these are all the revolutionary concepts generated by the industrial designers, okay, in the PDD team, and they took the drastic success in the market. Okay, these are the two examples that motivates, okay, the roles of an industrial designer in product architecture. Okay, so the industrial designers are primarily responsible for the aspects of the product, okay, that relate to the user's experience, the product aesthetic appeal, and its functional interface. Okay, are the two things, important things, have to be considered by the industrial designers. For manufacturers, industrial design has historically been an afterthought process. The managers and industrial designers to a style or a gift wrap the product after its technical features were determined. Companies would then market the product on the merits of the technology alone, even though the customer certainly evaluate a product using more holistic judgment, including ergonomic and style. Okay, today the product core technology is generally not enough to ensure the commercial success. The globalization of the market has resulted in design and manufacture of wide variety of array of consumer products. Okay, the design and manufacture, not only the design, even manufacturing. Whatever the style, whatever the aesthetic, whatever the ergonomic concepts we use in the product design, are we capable of manufacturing with a low cost? Is also a challenging job for the product designer or the architectures. Fierce competition makes it uniquely that company will enjoy sustainable competitive advantage through a technology alone. Accordingly, the companies such as Razer, Motorola, BMW, Apple, Intel, okay, are increasingly using industrial design as an important tool for both satisfying customer needs and differentiating their products from those are in the competition in the market. Okay, in this chapter, okay, in the industrial design chapter, so we refer or we are studying the following points. No doubt, the historical perspective of industrial design and working definition of industrial design, that is, we call it as ID. Statistics on typical instruments in industrial design. Method for determining the importance of industrial design to a particular product. The cost and benefits of investing in industrial design. Okay. And how industrial design helps to establish the corporate identity. Specific steps of industrial designers to follow to design their product, and how the industrial design process changes according to the product type, variety, the method of assessing the quality of the industrial design efforts for a completed product. Okay, these are all the points we are discussing this industrial design chapter. Okay, industrial design chapter. Well, now I'm going to define what is industrial design. Okay, before that, before the definition, I want to tell how the industrial design gave the birth in the world. The birth of industrial design is often traced to the Western Europe in the early 1900s. Okay. The several German companies, including AEG, a large electrical manufacturers, commissioned a multitude of crafts of people and architects to design various products for manufacture. Okay, to design and manufacture, the German people have used so many architects and craft people in their product. Okay, initially these early European designers had little direct impact on industry. However, their work resulted in lasting theories that influenced and shaped what is today known as industrial design. The early European approaches to industrial design, such as the Bauhaus movement, went beyond more functionalism, then emphasized the importance of the geometry, precision, simplicity, and economy in the design of the products. In short, the early European designers believed that a product should be designed from the inside out. Okay, so the European peoples are the first people to use this industrial design concepts by using many craft people and architects in their product design in AEG, a big company which are into the manufacturing of large electrical appliances. Okay, and they had a concept that the product is to be designed from the inside out. Okay, no doubt the concept generation, product architecture that talks about the functionality and physical blocks of the product, such that at the end the product has to function or meet its functionality of the customers at the end. So we are going one more step ahead. Okay, that's all related to the inside design. Okay, then the industrial designers, they take into consideration as well as the outside design, that is called as the aesthetic, style, appearance, ergonomics concepts have to be embedded in the product. Okay, so this is called as designing from inside out. Okay, so by 1970, the European design had strongly influenced the American industrial designers. Okay, And by 2000, the industrial design became widely practiced in United States by professionals in many diverse settings, ranging from the small design consulting firms to the large design offices with large manufacturing companies. The Motorola Industrial Designer comprises a department named Consumer Experience Design. They participate fully in a new product development efforts. The Industrial Designer Society of America, they have a professional society of industrial designers called as Industrial Designers Society of America, IDSA, defines industrial design. Okay, they constituted a society, Industrial Designer Society, where all mechanical engineers, industrial designers, product architectures, okay, all engineers, including electrical software engineers. So they constitute a society, okay, that is called IDSA. So with respect to this society, the industrial design is defined as, they underline this and note down, the professional service of creating and developing a concepts and specifications that optimize the function, value, and appearance of the product and systems for the mutual benefits of both user and manufacturer. This is what the definition of industrial design as per the Industrial Designer Society of America. Once again, I repeat the definition of industrial design, okay, as the professional service of creating, developing concepts and specifications that optimize the function, value, and service of creating and developing concepts and specifications that optimize the function, functions, specifications, okay, and appearance of the product and system for the mutual benefit of both users and manufacturer. Okay, these are very big definitions. Okay, that the main idea behind this definition is that these are the set of professional people, okay, involved in creating and developing a product, okay, that optimizes the function, value, and appearance of the product, and it is benefit to the both user and manufacturer. Okay, this is what the definition tells. Okay, and there are 5 critical goals that industrial designer can help the team to achieve when developing a new products. Okay, so when developing new products, the industrial designer has to consider these following factors. The first one is utility. The product's human interface, that is, be safe, easy to use, and intuitive. This is called as the utility of the product. And appearance, the form, line, proportion, color are used to integrate the product into a pleasing look. That is called as an appearance. Third, ease of maintenance. Product must also be designed to communicate how they are to be maintained and repaired. The low cost, fourth point, low cost. Form and feature have large impact on the tooling and the production costs. Then communication. Product design should communicate the corporate design, philosophy, and mission through the visual qualities of the product. So these 5 points to be considered by the industrial designer, okay, to achieve success in their product development. Okay, so this is all about the industrial design, how the Motorola, Apple, Razer, BMW companies have played a very important role, okay, in developing their product by the use of industrial designers for the success of their product in the market. Okay, so then we need to discuss about the need of industrial design. Okay, the need of industrial design. The first point, we need to study about the expenditure of the industrial design. Expenditure of the industrial design. Here, if you refer the Ulrich book, exhibit 10.2, that is graph 10.2, figure 10.2, okay, in the industrial design chapter. So they have given the graph, okay. The vertical axis represents the percentage of product development budget spent on the industrial design, and the horizontal x-axis that represents the total expenditure on the industrial design. Okay, the total expenditure in x-axis and the percentage of PDD budget spent on the industrial design in the y-axis. So they have give some of the products there: Jumbojet automobiles, industrial food processing equipments, medical imaging equipments, mobile phones, large-scale medical equipments, desktop computer peripherals, handheld vacuum tubes, and handheld medical instruments. So they have taken some case study and they marked, so how much money has been spent in industrial design in comparison with the product development cost. Okay, so the graph depicts that 5% to 30% of the product development budget is spent on industrial design. Okay, industrial design. So that depends upon the product, the variation of the percentage from 5% to 30%. That depends upon the type of the product we are developing. Okay, and that it may lie in between 5% to 30% in industrial design, okay, of the cost of the product development. Then, how important is industrial design to a product? Second point. The most of the products on the market can be improved in some way or the other by a good industrial design. All the products that are used, operated, or seen by people depend critically on industrial design for the commercial success. Okay, and with this in mind, the convenient means of assessing an importance of industrial design to a particular product is to characterize importance along two dimensions. One is ergonomics and another one is the aesthetic. Okay, then ergonomic needs. So in this ergonomic needs, okay, the ergonomic means comfortable. The customer, when he using our products, he should feel very comfortable. It should not create any stress on the body, and such that he can use the product comfortably and easily. That is what the ergonomic needs. Okay, these are the factors to be considered with respect to ergonomics. How important is the product can be used? Okay, that is how important is ease of use. Okay, then second, how important is ease of maintenance? How easily they can do a maintenance? How many users interactions are required for a product function? Okay, how many interfaces are required? If the complex system, it needs more interactions with the product. Okay, if the product is very simple, so very one or two interactions are required for actuating the product. Then how novel are the user interaction needs? Okay, how completely novel, how innovative, how new? Okay, that is important. And what are the safety issues how to be considered in the product designing? Okay, the German people or the European people, they are highly worried about the safety first. So you can take the examples of the their products like you take an automobile sector, the Skoda, the Volkswagen. So they have taken very high care in designing their automobiles. So that's why they are costly. The metal or the body, the structure of the car in comparison with our Maruti cars. So the car is very robust and very strong. Even during the impact or during the accident, the cars are very strong, okay, compared to our Indian cars. So because the safety considerations, they have given prime importance because life is important. That's why that care has been taken in designing their automobiles, okay, the Skoda and other cars. So this is also one of the ergonomic consideration. Okay, then second comes to the aesthetic needs. Okay, the aesthetic is nothing but look. Is visual product differentiation required? How important are the pride of the ownership, image, and fashion? Okay, if you release a product with a highly aesthetic look, okay, the customers are get attracted, and that tells the image of the company, or that gives the pride, ownership of that product. Okay, then will an aesthetic product motivate the team? Okay, so these are all the things have to be considered with respect to the need for industrial design. Okay, then the impact of industrial design. Okay, some of the points are there under 5 minutes. The managers often want to know for a specific product or for a business operation in general, how much effort should be invested in industrial design. Okay, while it is difficult to answer this question precisely, we can offer several insights by considering the cost benefits. Okay, yet we need to analyze the product with the cost benefit, how much investment and how much benefit they are deriving in designing a product. That is most important. The cost of the industrial design include direct cost, manufacturing cost, and time cost. These are the three important costs. Okay, please note down this point. The costs involved for industrial design are: one is direct cost, manufacturing cost, and time cost. First one we'll discuss. Direct cost is the cost of the industrial services, industrial design services. This quantity is determined by the number and type of the designers used, and duration of the project, and number of the model required, plus the material cost and others related to the expenses. That is called the direct cost. Then second, manufacturing cost is the expense incurred in implement the product details creating through industrial design. Surface finishes, stylized shapes, rich colors, many other design details can increase the tooling cost and the production cost. The third, time cost. The time cost is the penalty associated with the extended lead time. Okay, when we involve the product designer, the industrial designer in the product development in the last stage, okay, they take some more time to give an aesthetic look for the product, ergonomic look, considerations for the product. It extends the lead time. That is the penalty. Okay, the product release date extends. That is called, we call it as a penalty, because our product is delayed because of the industrial designer. So that cost, what is that cost? So all these costs together decide the investment in industrial design. Okay. So for this, okay, The cost benefit analysis of industrial design was taken by a study by the engineers, by the students in MIT. And also there was a study carried out by an open university in England. Okay, they also studied about the industrial design cost benefit analysis. So all the conclusion of these studies reflected that. So the industrial design has developed a lot of benefits to the customer, and also they derived that the attraction of the customer more lies in the industrial design, like aesthetic as well as ergonomically designed products have got more demand in the market. Okay, that study reflected. Then how does this industrial design establish the corporate identity? Yes, the small phone, nowadays the Apple phones, are the leading manufacturers as slim, stylish, lightweight, ergonomically designed size, small size. So they are leaders, and lot of additional features, photographic qualities, video qualities, power backup, take anything with a metallic body and newer materials, take anything. They are the leaders presently in the market. Okay, so the product gives an image for the corporate identity. Take an example, the Razer phone. Okay, they're also leaders. Okay, but the Apple had took a worldwide. Okay, they created the corporate identity of the mobile phones, and Apple phones as well as Apple laptops, lightweight laptops, they also created a corporate identity. Okay, well, to name some of the other companies, Rolex watches, Rado watches, and BMW automobiles, cars, Mercedes, and Motorola products. So their products created a corporate identity in the market. Okay, so this identity has been created by the effort of the industrial designers in developing the product. So with this, I stop my presentation. You just note down the questions. Okay, what is industrial design? What are the factors an industrial designer to consider in developing new products? Next question, write down the history or evolution of industrial design concepts in the manufacturing industries. Then next question, what is the need of industrial design? Identify the factors and discuss. Next question, what is the impact of industrial design? What is the impact of industrial design on product development with respect to investment and corporate identity? Okay, so this is a very important chapter. Okay, the industrial design. So the most of the IM guys, industrial engineering and management, so that's why many subjects which have been kept, the product development and industrial engineering, work study ergonomics, advanced ergonomics, these are all the subjects play a very, very important role in the industrial design. Thank you. See you all.